Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your queen, divine mother, goddess Yamaya, your intuitive guide, and I am back with a new video. I'm going to be doing a read for my Taurus, or actually I'm going to be doing Aries. I apologize, I don't want to skip ahead, so I'm going to make sure I go in order this time because I usually be skipping all the way around. I actually got to do a bonus read on Taurus later. So it says, who in the world are you? There's some people who could be questioning this about you just because you could have changed so much, and it could have been a drastic change to where they don't even recognize you anymore. The new you is someone who is like definitely standing up for yourself. You could have been really soft-spoken is what I'm getting. You're definitely deciding that, or even if you're someone who is like more on the aggressive side, it's like totally opposite of however they're used to seeing you as. So could have been aggressive, now you're super kind. You could have been, you know, really nice, and now you're like really standing firm and, you know, standing up for yourself. And these people, they are just like super drawn to you because they're trying to figure out like, what is it about you? Why have you changed so much? And it's like, why didn't they get the MO that you were getting ready to change? So, and then I also have a moment's regret. So someone is definitely feeling like they could have dropped the ball on you, or some people, a lot of people you could have cut off. A lot of people you could have decided, this newbie, I'm not dealing with you guys. A lot of you really didn't care for me. A lot of you really wasn't worried about me, and I'm just not worried about you guys anymore. And so this could have people like really stuck in their head and have people like thrown for a loop, like, what's going on? Why did she change? Why did he change so much? And why don't they want to be in contact with me? Or why don't they want to hang out with me anymore? Why don't they want to, you know, see me anymore? And it's like, it's because I figured out that you really don't care about me or mess with me the way that I thought you did, and I don't want to deal with you like that. And so you're not dealing with people. And even if you are still, it's like to a certain extent, it's only so much you're willing to take. And then as well as the person you're presenting is definitely like, I'm not an ass kisser, and I'm definitely not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be who you thought I was, you know. And even if it was who you were, you've changed. You decided to step into a different, you know, a different person, whoever you are, be it, you know, an empress or a karmic. It just decide, it's based off of whatever you wanted to do. You wanted to present yourself as someone different that most people don't know who the heck you are. We have impossible things, and then we have do not drink the poison. So right now, you could be looking at yourself like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I decided to, you know, drastically make this new person become a reality, just because you could have thought like, how am I going to make this actually work for me? Is this even feasible? Is it doable, you know? And how will people take to it? Like, will people still be able to gravitate to me? Just because you could be an extrovert and you really don't like to make people feel uncomfortable, but then a lot of you is just like starting to balance yourself out where you're an introvert and an extrovert, and so it's not mattering to you if people decide to hang around you or not. You've definitely fallen in love with you. You're like the complete package to yourself. You could have needed to seek other people just so that you could validate who you were as a person, but you're no longer needing to do that anymore. And so you could have been falling for like a lot of tricks that people were pulling on you. Like, people could have been telling you, you know, one thing like, oh, I'm gonna do this with you. I'm gonna, you know, and I promise I keep my word. This is someone who always go back on their word, this person who you were dealing with. And so it's like, they treated you away, and now you're learning how to stick it to them, how they stuck it to you, which is, I'll give to you, how you give to me, you're gonna get back exactly what you put out. And this person is not liking it. Like, they could have wanted to fill your head with all type of things, and you could have definitely believed them to be true, but you no longer feel that way. And so you're not drinking the poison. You are no longer falling into this person's trap. You're no longer, you know, doing things that are not good for you anymore. You could have been someone that was a drinker. You could have loved to drink wine, or you could have loved to drink beer, but no matter what it was, you don't like to do it as much as you did. You're not frequent with it anymore. You could have went to bars a lot, like every Friday, every Thursday, freaking every Saturday, you had a religious habit on how frequent you visited the bar. But not anymore. And I'm even hearing like strip club, and I'm also hearing like night lounge, or you could have been someone who's like super relaxed. Someone also could like to go to the hookah lounge and like have their own drink before they go. And that's because you don't trust people. You don't trust the bartenders. And I don't blame you. Like, people be doing some really weird stuff. I know I had this experience one time where I went golfing with someone, and we went to this place called Top Golf in San Jose. I'm gonna like tell you guys what it is, just in case you ever were to go there. You gotta be careful, because the freaking bartender, or like the runner who brings the stuff back, he brought our food back, and then he also brought back, like, we got a drink too, because you can get alcohol at this place, right, too, for the adults. And so we showed them our IDs. We waited for our stuff to come back. He know we were of age. When he came back, there's like this red pill inside of my drink. I never seen one of these before, so I'm like, what the hell is that? And it was like broken up into my drink, and I'm telling the person I'm with, I'm like, look at this. Like, do you see this? That is like something in our drink. And I know that's not a part of what we ordered, because the drink that I ordered was like a Midori sour, and I always get this drink. And so I know what comes in it and what doesn't. This is like not a remix or anything. Like, whatever I order, please give me what the hell I want it, right? So ended up having him come. He had to take it back, but he was going to like poison me. He was going to get me effed up, like it could have been a date rape drug. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if you knew the guy that I was with, just because this person said they've been to this specific place before, and maybe, it was his friend, and I just didn't know. But no matter what the situation was, this person put something in my drink, and ever since then, I don't even drink anymore at all anyway. I don't do anything that's pertaining to addictions besides drinking tea, like turmeric ginger tea right now, and natal leaf tea, and what else? Crown chakra tea. Just like stuff that is good for your body, that is wholesome for you. Like, I'm drinking that stuff to revitalize me. But I do not drink alcohol. I don't, smoke. I used to smoke marijuana when I was, not even too long ago. And ever since I was like, 23, 22. And ever since then, I just stopped. Like, not ever since then, but like since July, I haven't smoked anymore, just because it wasn't for me. I feel like I needed to stop. I had already stopped for like almost 2 months, and then I went through another phase of like being homeless and living with family. And then the environment I was in, it was like really difficult to be in, and it just reminded me of like when I was a teenager and I first got my first apartment, and the type of environment that was, where it was hard, but I didn't do drugs at all there. But being back in that place was like, dang, I really, have started from the bottom, like hit rock bottom, but I was really just going through the dark night of the soul. And I stopped, even though I stopped to get, listen to my intuition even more, because I was in that place. I ended up doing it again. And then I realized, like, literally on the 1st of July, like, I don't like this. Like, I had started back for like maybe 2 weeks, and I stopped. and I stopped again, and I just cut it off cold turkey, and I haven't been doing it anymore. And that is because I just didn't want to, and because that was what's best for me. I don't judge anyone who does. I just am doing what's best for me. I can't judge anyone. I come from a lot of different backgrounds of, making mistakes, as we all do. Some more than others, but yeah. So that's a part of my story, just so you guys know a little bit about me. But other than that, to wrap it all up, pretty much about this card about do not drink the poison just reminded me of that. It was really in this card, a moment's regret is about nostalgia, and that really reminded me of a nostalgic moment. But it says you can go back to yesterday. So Spirit is telling you that you need to realize where you are at this place in your life. Like, you need to be appreciative of, your situation. No matter how you may feel, how uncomfortable it may make you feel, you're actually meant to be in that situation, and it's actually going to help you in the long run, as well as now. You'll get blessings from choosing to change yourself. When you change yourself for the good, and it's actually to stand up for yourself, Spirit appreciates that. Like, you could be being totally bitchy, and Spirit appreciates that. I know some religions teaches you like you have to be super keen, and you have to be really, really timid and all of these things, and just turn the other cheek and things like that. But Spirit actually likes for you to stand up for yourself. God likes for you to stand up for yourself. It's like God is like for you to stand up for yourself. If you're of them, why would you need to back down to anyone if they're not like that, right? If you're their children, right? Just as we teach our children to mimic our ways in different ways, right? Like, whatever we're presenting to them is what we're showing them is okay, whether you're doing good or bad, right? And your kids are going to pick up on that, and they're going to actually have that in their life and partake in it. No matter if you tell them not to do it or not, they're going to copy off of you just because you are their role model to them. Especially if you're their parent or caregiver, whatever you have it to be, they're going to mimic what you taught them as a child, because that is where their memory first began to form. Same thing with us. And if we inherently have all of the tools that we need put inside of us at birth, then what makes you think that God is someone who's telling you, no, don't stand up for yourself? If someone punches you, just walk away. Like, God is not telling you to just walk away from a situation like that and just never look back at it, because guess what? They're going to continue to try to do that to you. Do you think God allows people to continue to make him look like a fool by, okay, God, if you help me out right now, then I promise you I'll never do it again, and then they do it again, and then they keep doing it again? Do you think God's going to continue to respond to that? I know we all can answer that for ourselves, that eventually God cut you off, right? Because he don't play that. God doesn't play that. They're not like that. And it's all based off of the Stoics. It's balance. The entire universe is based off of balance. You have to have give and take. You cannot allow people to just beat up on you and treat you any kind of way and just be so receptive of it. You need to give that shit back. You need to say, here, I can't hold this shit anymore. You have it back. This is your shit, right? Stand up for yourself and stand firm in it. And it doesn't matter if they're feeling disrespected, because guess what? How did you feel when you were constantly taking it, even if you were one of those people who just does not speak up about it? You were feeling some type of way, which is why you finally said, hell no. Or you went, even if you didn't say nothing, you went to someone else and said something about it, right? But yes. And then it says you need to investigate. So you need to pay attention. You need to ask questions. Like I'm saying, you need to make sure that people are doing what they should be doing. So funny that I ran off on a tangent, but it still wraps up to that. Like, standing up for yourself, not allowing people to treat you any kind of way, making people be responsible for the acts that they inflict onto you, or they project onto you. Don't go around just taking shit and then always allowing it. No, you switch up on people. Even if they don't recognize it, they don't recognize it because they only recognize you for being super kind, or they don't recognize it because they only recognize you for being a super bitch. But then when you change, that's going to cause them to, spark some type of question within their minds of what is going on here and who are you? I don't know you. But that's okay. That's people's problem. They should never get too comfortable in believing that they know a person, because we have way too many things, ideas, creative sparks within us to actually use many different things to change who we are and to evolve, which is a part of evolution. But that is all that I have for you guys for Aries. I hope that you all have an awesome day. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll be sure to see you guys soon in my next reading if you're a cross watcher. And if you just want to be on the lookout for any of my up-to-date readings that I'll be having for bonus reads, be sure to stop back in. I'll be having the elements reads later on. I also got some really cool decks, and I don't know if I'm going to explore them or not, but do be on the lookout. I have like five new decks coming in that I'm going to be using too, so it's gonna get really juicy. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Please be on the lookout and have a good night. Be purposeful, be prosperous, and fulfilled on purpose. Bye.